Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Capricorn October 27, 2024. Today is excellent for grabbing a piece of time to yourself and working out a problem. You might devote yourself to a loved one or domestic project. Enjoying quieter activities, cooking, decorating, and improving the home atmosphere can also be satisfying. At the same time, you are coming across as competent and reliable. There can be helpful opportunities now and this week to make long-lasting connections or to improve your relationships and associations. You can learn a lot about yourself and your needs through others. The desire to dedicate yourself to a special pursuit is stronger than usual, and it's motivating. Your grounded nature grants you serenity and harmony far more than most other zodiac signs. That ice at least on the inside. With us approaching a Mars retrograde cycle and presently being in the pre-shadow phase, everyone is feeling the tension. As the planet of sex and war, our red planet is powerful and impactful to us, so when it is weakened, we often feel like all of our energy and libido have also been siphoned away. The key to handling this energy is to surrender, relax, and recharge rather than getting fired up and inevitably burning ourselves out more. Learn to release. You can revisit discussions or battles later. Mars retrograde will eventually move backward through, so we will address the themes these zodiac signs rule. There is so much to look forward to. Lately, you have slowed down in your career path. One vocation ended, or you could be hyper-focused on one career path over another. Regardless of what has happened, you could feel optimistic about what will come when the Moon in Leo sextiles Jupiter retrogrades in Gemini. Having a positive outlook on your career path can take you incredibly far. It will help you feel courageous enough to try something new and confident in your ability to be successful in whatever you choose to do. Think positively. There is conflict between your internal and external power sources while today's planetary transit lasts. Pay attention to conflict and try to use it to your benefit. With your nature, this can be a challenge. When faced with a conflict, ask yourself what is your desired result. A little bit of forethought can mean the difference between a breakthrough and a breakdown. To calm your nerves during these moments of conflict, drink chamomile tea, and don't forget your exercise. Very favorable vibrations today. They are ones of acceleration and positive change in your way of confronting certain situations. You may throw anything aside that gets in your way. Don't hide out but push ahead and change your habits, notably in your private life. Don't hang on to routine but get free of what you already know so that you can discover new horizons, alone or with your partner. For most of the year so far, the Moon hasn't been able to return for its monthly visit to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart without clashing with Pluto in your work sector. But in between when Pluto retrograded back out last month and before he returns again next month, this time to spend the next 20 years here, the Moon is making one last visit where there is no opposition or call to keep your work hat on. With Jupiter now settled into his retrograde phase in your career sector, for a few more weeks anyway, you can afford to take a moment to breathe or to stop and smell the coffee when you need to. At the same time that the Sun is settling into his early days in your communication sector, Mercury, the planet of communication, is not only here but is separating from a friendly aspect to Saturn in your relationship sector and is drawing closer to another with Neptune there next week. These are the same links Venus forged when she moved through your communication sector and the Sun will do during his remaining 4 weeks. This is making it easier to give your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Sometimes, it's just one of those days when the energy in the air feels a bit misaligned. You know those times when you're ready to dive deep into a meaningful chat, but the other person is lighthearted, focused elsewhere, or just on a totally different wavelength? It's like two radio stations playing over each other, a bit jumbled, hard to connect. And guess what? That's perfectly okay. We don't always have to be on the same page at every moment. Instead of pushing a conversation or trying to make things click, when they don't naturally, give it a little space. Take a breath, release any pressure, and remember that every relationship has a natural rhythm. Pin the conversation for another day when both of you are ready to engage with open minds and hearts. That way, you can come together in a way that feels aligned and comfortable for everyone involved. Now, let's embrace the beautiful, supportive energy flowing in the realm of personal connections today. This is an ideal time to focus on nurturing those special bonds with friends, family, or anyone who truly lifts you up. The stars are inviting you to lean into those relationships that make your world a little brighter. Think about planning a cozy get-together, reaching out to someone you've been meaning to reconnect with, or simply enjoying a quiet, meaningful moment with a loved one. Reflect for a moment. When was the last time you shared a laugh so big it left your cheeks hurting? Or had a heartfelt conversation that left you feeling lighter? Those are the golden moments that refill our emotional tanks. Today, let yourself be fully present and appreciate the people who make everything feel a bit more magical. And let's not forget about the positive physical energy in the air today. If you've been feeling the urge to try something new physically or make self-care a priority, this is your day. Whether it's setting a fresh fitness goal, tackling a challenging sport, or simply taking a long, peaceful walk in nature, today is about honoring what your body needs to feel its best. Sometimes self-care is a high-energy activity, like a workout that boosts your confidence and strength, and other times it's about rest, allowing yourself a rejuvenating break. What do you feel drawn to today? Maybe it's a mix of both. Self-care isn't one size fits all. It's all about doing what makes you feel recharged and ready for what's ahead. But when it comes to financial matters, today's energy suggests taking things slow and steady. The cosmic forces are encouraging a mindful approach to spending, so if you're tempted by a purchase or a financial opportunity, take a step back and consider it carefully. It's easy to get caught up in the thrill of buying something new, only to have a little buyer's remorse later. Today's guidance is to avoid any hasty decisions and to trust that you'll know the right moment to move forward on financial matters. Have you ever found yourself regretting a quick purchase? Today, think of it as a gentle reminder from the universe to protect your resources and keep your goals in sight. This energy isn't about limiting yourself, it's about empowering you to focus on what truly matters. And on an emotional level, if you find yourself feeling a bit more guarded, embrace that, too. The universe is sending a nudge to honor your own boundaries and protect your energy where needed. This heightened intuition is your cosmic superpower today. You're sharper, more perceptive, and highly attuned to when someone or something isn't quite aligned with your highest good. Have you noticed recently that it's getting harder for anyone to pull the wool over your eyes? Trust that instinct. Sometimes, people bring their own agendas into conversations, hoping to sway your perspective. But today, you're equipped with a deep sense of clarity. Use this gift to navigate tricky conversations and situations with confidence and grace. Stand firm in what feels true for you, and know that you're exactly where you need to be.